Should I start? Okay, so uh, in the first part of the test, I am going to be asking you about your life, your work, or things that are related to your everyday routine. Okay, so we are starting now. So, where are you from?
I'm from Karachi, Pakistan.
Where do you live now?
I'm currently living in Karachi, Pakistan, but I'm pursuing to go abroad.
How long have you lived there?
I've been living in Karachi for my whole life. It's been 22 years.
And who do you live with?
I live with my parents, my mom and my
Do you plan to live there for a long time?
dad. I'm not planning to live there for a long time, as my plans are to go and pursue higher studies in abroad. So I'm planning to settle there.
Do you like watching films?
Yes, sometimes I do.
What kinds of movies do you like best?
I like movies. There's not a particular genre which I like, but I usually watch movies which have a very sci-fi kind of genres or like which are very beyond from reality.
How often do you watch films?
Not very often. I usually, if I talk about the frequency, I usually watch a film in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Do you like to watch movies alone or with your friends?
I usually watch movies alone, but if I go to the cinema, then I go with someone.
Would you like to be in a movie?
No, not really. I don't have any particular aspirations for that.
And how often, let's change the topic. How often do you drink water?
If I talk about my drinking routine, I think I'm not a very good. I'm not really good at drinking water. If we compare to the healthy water drinking routines, but I usually drink water around. I usually drink 2.5 to 3 liters of water in a day.
Okay, and what kinds of water do you like to drink?
Um, I'm not really into cold drinks and these fizzy drinks because they are absolutely unhealthy for our health. So I usually try to stick to water.
Do you drink bottled water or water from water machines?
No, I drink bottled water.
Okay, that's for the part one. Okay, so in part two, I am going to give you a topic, cue card topic. You will have 1 minute to think about it, and after that, you are supposed to speak about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, your topic is you have to describe an activity you would do when you are alone in your free time. Okay, and you should say what do you do in this time, how often do you do it, why do you like to do this activity, and how do you feel when you do it. And your 1 minute time starts right now. Okay, you should start.
Okay, so I think I'm not really. I don't in this fast-paced life. I don't usually get free time alone. But whenever I do, I usually watch movies. So usually I try to watch movies which are beyond from reality and which are not very close to reality, so that I can like transfer myself into another universe and like detach myself from the daily hustle bustle of the life. So one of my most favorite films in my life is Transformers. It's a movie which is about people who are from another planet, which are robots and which turn into vehicles. And it's a movie which tells you about coexisting with another species from another planet. And it's a movie which shows you that how much we are emotionless as humans and how much species from another planet, such as robots and pe- creatures like that, they are very emotional. And and I think we should be more empathetic towards each other. That movie is about that as well. And it obviously it has that entertainment, it has that entertainment factor towards it, and it has a lot of adrenaline rush and everything. And I usually watch movies when I'm alone, and this is an activity which I enjoy a lot. But unfortunately, I don't usually get time for it. That's why it's very rare that I watch movies. But whenever I do, I usually try to watch these kind of things.
Okay, thank you. So, will you watch that movie again? Have a chance.
I'll definitely try to watch it.
And do you like to watch it alone or in cinema?
No, that movie is unfortunately out of the cinemas right now, so I usually watch it on OTT platforms.
Fine. Now in part three, I'll be asking some questions. I want you to answer them. Do you think people should only focus on work?
No, I think work is a part of life. It's a very major part of life, but it's not the only part of your life. You should always focus on other activities such as extracurricular activities such as involving yourself in some kind of sports, which will help you in like maintaining your health to a par.
Okay. And do you ever think how much time we will spend at work in a week?
Sorry.
Do you ever think how much time people spend at work in a week?
If I talk about the corporate culture, it's it's a race. It's to be honest, it's a race. People are spending 12 hours of their day on their workplace, which is extremely insane. I don't think people should invest their time and so much energy into only work. But they don't have any. Usually, people don't have any choice because the corporate culture is designed in a way that the employees have to suffer.
Should parents plan the children's leisure time and activities?
Parents should plan children's leisure time and activities, but to a certain age, before 10, I guess. Parents should monitor what their children are doing and should uh, make us.
Do you think the activities of the young generation are different from those of the old generation?
Absolutely. With passing time and with the involvement in technology, I think this generation is more towards activities related to smartphones and activities related to online activities basically. And the previous generation was more towards more indulged in activities which were offline, which were done physically.
Okay, thank you. I'd recommend in part one, your answers were good, but not enough. You should extend your answer. There is one thing, and extend does not mean you should speak for a very long time. I'm not saying this, but an average answer needs to be between 3 to 4 sentences at least. That's one thing. So you were really direct. You were really direct. You were really while answering your question in part one, you were quite direct and concise. It's being concise is fine, but the answers were quite shorter. So try to overcome this problem. Part two was much better. However, you did not. I think you missed some part of the question. Like you were supposed to talk about the activity. You discussed the movie, which was fine because there is no such thing like task response and speaking. But again, try not to divert the entire topic into something else. Mix it up. That really helps to extend your answer. उसके अलावा अगर मैं बात करूँ पार्ट थ्री की तो पार्ट थ्री के आंसर भी थोड़े एक्सटेंडेड होने चाहिए और वो आई यूजुअली से कि वो इस तरह से होने चाहिए कि आप समझें आप ऐसे जो लिखते हैं ना वो ऐसे आप पढ़कर सुना रहे हैं आपने अपना ओपिनियन दिया जो भी उस सवाल से रिलेटेड है उसके बाद उसके सपोर्टिंग आर्ग्यूमेंट देना शुरू और कोशिश करेंगे जब तक बोलते हैं जब तक एग्जामिनर आपसे दूसरा सवाल नहीं पूछ देती कुछ जगहों पे वो आपको कट करके सवाल पूछ लेंगे नो वरीज फाइन वो अपने टाइम के हिसाब से चल रहे होते हैं जहां आपको सवाल समझने में कंफ्यूजन हो ऑलवेज आस्क द एग्जामिनर कि भाई रिपीटेड or sometimes if you don't understand the question in part 3, you can ask them to rephrase it as well. Okay, so this is how it goes. Overall your speaking is really good, honestly speaking. बात मैं तुम्हें बता चुका हूँ कि आपकी स्पीकिंग अच्छी है, बट आप इसमें थोड़ा सा रिदम और कंटेंट बढ़ाओ. फ्लुएंसी इज फाइन, बीच में कुछ जगहों पे आप थोड़ा सा जो है वो आपका जो है ऑफ ट्रैक हो गए थे और आपने लूज कर लिया था, लेकिन जो है ओवरऑल इट वाज रियली गुड. तो इन चीज़ों पे काम करो, इंशाल्लाह यू हैव द पोटेंशियल टू गेट मिनिमम बैंड 7. मिनिमम आई एम सेइंग, सो यू शुड टारगेट मोर देन दैट. थैंक यू.